Hello everyone, welcome to Happiness Habits. This is happiness coach Cyril Joseph. The mission of Happiness Habits is to spread happiness and joy to everyone. I have a wonderful chatbot with me, and we will have various conversations about happiness, spiritual growth, self realization, meditation, and how to be more effective in our life. So, let's talk about spiritual growth, self realization, meditation, happiness.
Sure. What would you like to know about spiritual growth, self realization, meditation, and happiness?
What is the common theme in all of this, and how can one achieve spiritual growth in a simple, easy, and effective fashion?
The common theme in spiritual growth, self realization, meditation, and happiness is self awareness and introspection and connecting with your inner self. This can typically be achieved through mindful and introspective activities such as meditation, yoga, and journaling, which enable the individual to cultivate self awareness and foster a deep sense of spiritual well being. However, the process of achieving this is different for everyone, and there's no one perfect way to achieve it.
Yes, I started my spiritual journey way back in 2007, and I started with meditation. One of my friends at work used to have meditation classes in the office on Friday at 4 p.m., and he would invite me for the meditation class. That's how I got into meditation.
It's great that you started your spiritual journey with meditation back in 2007. It really can be a life changing tool. I like that your friend even held these meditation classes in the office. It's pretty cool that the workplace had this kind of support for spiritual activities.
Yes, and many organizations now understand the importance of wellness and mental health, so they allow meditation and different kind of wellness services and encourage employees as well as recruit coaches who specialize in these activities.
Yes, I've definitely noticed this trend becoming more common in the workforce. It's great that employers are beginning to recognize the importance of mental and physical well being and are providing support for it. Having specialists on board to provide coaching and activities to promote wellness is a great idea and can really benefit employees.
Yes, and being productive at work is equally important as being happy at work. Many times, employees feel that they need to compromise on either their family life or their happiness and put in too many hours at work, which is such a misconception. The ultimate goal is to find a sweet balance between being happy at work, being productive at work, and having a fulfilling life along with a fulfilling career.
Definitely. I agree. Finding a balance between work and personal life is key. The idea that you have to give up one for the other is outdated and, as you said, can lead to stress and even burnout. Having a fulfilling career while also being content with your personal life should be the ultimate goal.
Yes, and spiritual growth is part of our evolution. Every human being goes through so many phases in our life. In our younger days, we are dependent on society, we are dependent on our family, we are dependent on our teachers to support us. And once we pass that phase and we are into adulthood, then we become contributing members of the society. So, in such a complex system, having spiritual growth as one of the foundation pillars would make such a difference in our evolution.
Absolutely. Spiritual growth can be really helpful in shaping an individual and becoming a well rounded person. It can help us find purpose and meaning in our lives, develop a sense of inner wisdom and intuition, and have more clarity about our values and beliefs. It can also provide a sense of peace and tranquility by reducing stress, cultivating greater self awareness, and promoting positive emotional health. All of these things can lead to a happier and more fulfilling life.
Absolutely. And self realization is such an important aspect, which is the cornerstone of spiritual growth. Understanding who we are, understanding how our mind works, how our thoughts work, how our emotions work. This is our self realization and helps us with our spiritual growth.
I completely agree. Self realization is absolutely one of the most important aspects of spiritual growth. Understanding our thoughts, emotions, and how our mind works can be a powerful tool for personal development and spiritual progress. It allows us to better understand ourselves, our motivations, and our reactions to the world around us. It can also lead to a greater sense of inner peace and wisdom. When we have a clear, realistic understanding of ourselves, we can make better choices, set better boundaries, and ultimately develop a more fulfilled and meaningful life.
Why is it that some folks have some fear around spiritual growth and self realization and meditation? Why do they feel scared about these topics?
Generally, fear around spiritual growth, self realization, and meditation can come from a lack of understanding, fear of the unknown, or past negative experiences. Some people may be afraid of letting go of their current beliefs and views, or they may feel vulnerable or exposed during the process of self reflection. Others may have misconceptions about these activities or feel that they are too time consuming or impractical. Some might also be worried that these practices may lead to changes in their lives they aren't prepared for, or that they will be judged by others.
Yes, and when someone embarks on a journey of personal development, inevitably they stumble up on many fake gurus, many fake teachers who try to exploit them, scam them. So this adds to their fear factor.
Yes, unfortunately, the world of spiritual growth and personal development can be full of scams and fraudulent teachings, which can make people very skeptical and hesitant. It's important to remember to be cautious and careful when seeking information or guidance in this area, and to verify the credibility and authenticity of those offering teachings. It can also be helpful to seek guidance from trusted sources, reputable teachers, and organizations, and to cultivate inner wisdom and discernment.
Absolutely. Being able to do the research, make the right choices, and verify the credentials not only in the beginning, but ongoingly make sure that the knowledge and wisdom that we are receiving is accurate and adds value in our life rather than adds burden.
You are correct. Continuous research, discernment, and validation of credentials is important to ensure that the information and guidance we receive is accurate and valuable. It also helps to periodically evaluate whether the knowledge and wisdom we are gaining are still adding value to our life and not causing any burden.
Can you describe the stages of spiritual growth?
Some common stages or phases of spiritual growth that individuals may experience include one, seeking. This is when an individual starts to notice a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction in their life and looks for spiritual answers. The two, reflection. At this phase, the individual may start to question their beliefs, values, and worldview and start to look inwards for answers. Three, transformation. This is when the individual starts to make changes in their thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes based on their newfound understanding and insight. Four, integration. In this stage, the individual starts to integrate their spiritual beliefs and practice into their daily life.
Yes, and each of these stages in itself is very tough, and everyone who is on the growth path needs to be careful and have compassion for themselves and everyone around them.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Growing spiritually can be a difficult and complex process. It requires a lot of self awareness, discipline, and self compassion, and it can be challenging to break ingrained habits and beliefs. It's important to be patient and kind to oneself throughout the process and have compassion for others on the same journey. Growth is not linear, and it's okay to make mistakes or have setbacks. It's all part of the journey.
Let's go deeper into each stage. Can you describe more about the seeking stage of spiritual growth?
In the seeking stage of spiritual growth, individuals start to notice a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction in their lives and feel a pull towards finding deeper meaning and purpose. They often start asking questions such as, who am I, or why am I here? They may start to feel a deep sense of longing for something more than the material or outward. Some common activities or practices they may engage in include reading spiritual literature, visiting spiritual places, seeking out teachers or mentors, meditating, journaling, and attending workshops or seminars.
Now, the second stage, which is about self reflection and looking inward. Can you describe more in detail what that stage encompasses?
The second stage, which is self reflection and looking inward, involves taking time to examine one's innermost thoughts, feelings, beliefs, values, and experiences. Individuals may start to question their beliefs and assumptions about life and themselves and start to look at their life from a deeper perspective. Common activities or practices that can help with self reflection include meditation, journaling, and engaging in deep conversations with oneself or trusted friends. It's also a time for individuals to start to become more self-aware, to notice their thoughts, patterns, emotions, and behavior patterns.
Then, in the next stage of transformation, how does this work in an individual's life?
At the stage of transformation, individuals start to make changes in their life based on the insights they have gained through self-reflection. This can involve a change in mindset, behavior, or attitudes, and it can often be a difficult and challenging period as these changes can be difficult to make at times. Some common experiences or challenges during this stage can include facing resistance from oneself or from others, feeling overwhelmed, or encountering setbacks. However, through the process of transformation, the individual will also experience new wisdom, greater self-awareness, and an increased sense of meaning and purpose.
That's right. In this stage, we have to face all our past issues and resolve them. We have to overcome all our rejections and disappointments and regrets, and we have to create new possibilities for our future.
Absolutely. Transformation stage can bring up a lot of buried emotions and unresolved issues from the past. It can be a difficult process as individuals have to face and resolve their past hurts and disappointments, which can be a bit painful, but it's an important and necessary step to move forward and create a better future. It can also be a time of great personal growth and development as individuals work through their issues, release the emotional baggage, and create new possibilities for their future.
Right. And in the final stage of integration, can you describe in detail how this can be achieved?
In the final stage of integration, individuals start to integrate the insights and changes they have learned in the previous stages into their daily lives. This stage involves incorporating spiritual practices, principles, and values into everyday life and making them a part of the overall lifestyle and worldview. It's also about sustaining the changes made in the transformation stage and continuing the journey of growth and discovery. Common activities and practices in this stage may include meditation, prayer, spending time in nature, and continuing self-reflection and learning.
This was such a insightful and meaningful conversation. Can you summarize the topics that we discussed on spiritual growth, self-realization, meditation, and inner happiness?
Sure, we discussed the importance of spiritual growth in shaping an individual, the stages of spiritual growth, self-realization through introspection and understanding our mind, how meditation plays a significant role in the journey of self-discovery, and the benefits of cultivating happiness and inner peace. The overall, we focused on the importance of self-awareness, reflection, and introspection in spiritual growth, and how these practices can lead to a better understanding of oneself and a more fulfilling, meaningful life.
Thank you so much for this conversation. As usual, I had a wonderful chat with you.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed our conversation too. It was a truly insightful and engaging discussion. Take care and ciao.
All right, take it easy. Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks for the conversation and take care.